So today we are going to talk about everyone's favorite topic, dual agency.
Ooh, yes,
Yeah.
especially brokers.
Because there's nothing sticky about this. And if you actually go online and you take a look at how many questions are posted, the agency section probably is the largest section. And it's in regards to something that needs to protect us and protects the client and keeps everybody on the same page. So this is super important stuff to know. So this week we're talking about a dual agent cannot share pricing information. You want to represent both sides. You know all the facts. So where are the boundaries here? So here's the scenario: the broker represents the seller. An offer was submitted to the seller, wherein the broker would become a dual agent, which is the first offer. The broker has another offer coming in, which is the second offer. The seller instructed the broker to disclose to the second buyer's agent the amount of the first offer. So, the issue: can the broker disclose to the second buyer's agent the amount of the first offer when she is a dual agent in the first offer?
Wow. Yeah.
It's tricky.
Yeah, the answer is no. We just had this with one of our agents. She hit the market within a day or two. There were 3 or 4 offers.
Yep.
She was one of them. She came straight to us to
Yep.
say, okay,
What do I do?
what do I do so I don't get in trouble?
Yep.
So think of dual agency as limited representation. You are representing both party, but you're not allowed to do anything that would help or hurt either party.
Right.
So let's say I'm agent 1, you're agent 2. I have the listing, I write the offer. I now have limited representation, dual agency for both my parties. You come in and say, well, how much is that buyer paying? And I say, well, $100,000, and you come in with an offer of 102. I just hurt the first buyer, which I am part of the dual agency with.
Right.
Really tricky. I mean, agency in general, all the Con Ed everybody goes to, if you look at the lawsuits, agency is probably the number one problem we have outside of property management.
Yep.
And it's because agents don't really understand this, and,
Right.
and I think a lot of times they either don't feel comfortable going to the broker manager, or maybe it's not as easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, she came right to us and said, hey, I got somebody who wants to write a contract.
Tell me exactly what to say.
Exactly. So, even if there is no way around it. So in this case with her, we'll just say her offer did not get accepted because it wasn't the highest.
Right.
Bad for her, she lost some commission. Good for her, she's not going to get sued because
Right.
she did the right thing. So it's really, really tricky.
Well, and the clients did what clients do. They were
Yeah.
really trying to poke and prod her to get as much information as possible. She stood her ground. She made it very clear the way that representation changes. We use the coach versus referee
Yep.
analogy, where you
Exactly.
start off as a coach when you're working just with one side, and you're in it together, and you know things about their personal situation. You know how much they're willing to pay, and now you represent both. Well, now you have sensitive information that could hurt the other side, hurt this side. So that's when you have to become very fact-based. You're the referee in the sense of like, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Those are the rules.
Yeah.
Those are not the rules. And that's how you keep yourself out of trouble, or pass it off to somebody else.
Yeah. Well, and this goes beyond, like, I have the listing, I have the buyer.
Right.
Desert Home Premier has the listing, you bring the buyer as
Yep.
an agent for us. You're a dual agent. You're
Right.
limited representation. You have the same guidelines. Now, I'll add that one of the things that she did say, the next day when we found out her offer didn't get accepted, is she was so happy that she had somebody to come to,
Right.
because she knew the answer, but sometimes agents want just that little extra, yes, you're right.
Yes.
So she was excited to be able to come and tell us. Unfortunately, she didn't get the second, but she
Right.
did do the right thing.
So we work with a lot of newer agents. Most of our agents, they started out with us, and they came to us either right out of school or they're within their first couple of years. And one of the points that I cannot drive home enough: take as many contract classes and agency classes as you can. The great thing about taking a class outside of school is it's all very scenario based. A lot of it is open discussion. They'll take things like this and say, okay, who's right, who's wrong, what should we have done? And you've got a room full of agents. I mean, some of them that have been in the business
Still don't know.
you know, 20 years, and you know they still don't know. And maybe because of the way that some of the rules have changed, and you know, making sure that you're being true to the code of ethics and to all parties involved, it's complicated stuff. So it's super important for you to, you know, really reach out and embrace as much education as you can. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
So,
And I'll just add one last thing here. Kind of a pet peeve of mine is a lot of agents go on Facebook and one of the realtor Facebook groups and throw out there, what's this? Don't do that. Go to your broker, your manager, go to an experienced agent, go to somebody that's within your company. Because too many times I see agents just throwing answers out, and they're in different states, they don't have a clue. So, you know, it's important to have somebody that you trust that you can get to quickly to get the right answer. And don't use Facebook.
yeah, not that we're discouraging you from watching these videos.
No.
But he's absolutely right. I mean, some of the Facebook groups, there's actually liability being involved in some of those. Like if they're closed forums for a state or a county or association, because some individuals will get on there and they'll start bad-mouthing each other a little bit,
Yeah.
and there might become some liability issues where if something comes up, and you could be even just being associated with the group or making a little comment. So
you got a bonus today. It was
Yeah.
more than just the dual agency.
Yep, protect yourself. One of the most important skills you can have in real estate is the CYA, cover your own ass. So, there you go. So awesome. Meet with us again. I hope you're enjoying our videos. We've got the king of the brokers here, our broker, Jay Otlewski, is answering questions about the broker hotline and comments, questions. We would love to have some topic directly from you of the things that you would like to hear us talk about. So thanks again.
Okay.
Okay.
See, pretty easy.
Yeah, these are super easy.